all power, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right. What we're going to get into right now is little sanctuaries in a more great detail of 2s and 3s, and about elders, and if you can rebuke an elder, and when it is a time to rebuke an elder, you must have 2 or 3 witnesses. Now, the reason why we're stating this again is because there's a lot of wrong judgment going on in Israel. I'm not going to name any names. I'm going to let y'all go ahead and go through Israel and see for yourselves. By the Most High's word, not by your own fucking up-ass feelings, but by the Most High's words, there's a lot of wrong judgment going on. And he said that that he's going to start at his sanctuary first to start destroying people. So if we don't get our shit right, we're going to be destroyed. Not to mention, we are a family. A family. And a family don't always get along face to face.
Right.
But a family should not also be back-talking a brother, especially on the internet. You're supposed to go to that brother with a witness to see if, you know what I'm saying, to try to reprove him, to get him back on the same track for the Most High, to bless him, so he will be another brother pumping out the truth of the Most High, and not another scoffer that the Most High is going to destroy, because the Most High, he don't have no pleasure in that. Not my words, his words. So we're going to go to...
right, you see all the brothers that lead the camps, they end up fucking scoffing.
Come. And they scoff because, you know, that's all they were taught. Alright. We need more brethren, young men, to do it, because the older are not going to do it, otherwise they would have taught y'all to do it. We need more young men to bless and curse not. Bless and curse not. Now, our elder, the elder Tahar, states, and certain people, I used to believe it also because he did help and wake up the Gentiles. Therefore, I thought he was the Apostle Paul. But now it's either you becoming deaf or blind because you're forgetting your own writings. Your own writing says, bless and curse not. Yahweh Shai said, bless and curse not. Don't curse them when they persecute you or say that your name is evil for anything. Bless them. Because when you bless them, you're putting hot coals upon their heads, which is that hot iron upon their conscience, being seared with a hot iron, man. You give them the Most High's words in truth and in judgment. All right, so we're going to go with 2s and 3s, and we're going to be dabbling about elders and teachers also.
Let me read this one.
Go ahead. Which one is it?
I got one.
All right, let me get where is it at? Oh, that's another thing. Before we even get into that, we're going to get into the fact that all those that's in Great Millstone, ISUPK, IUIC, and all those different churches, stop stating that you guys are the #1 camp. That shit is not right, first and foremost. Why? Because no church was perfect in Revelation. So there is no #1 camp. You just have to humble yourselves in spirit and in truth unto the Most High's words. All right. So all those that say if you don't come through GMS, you're basic, you're base level, you ain't gonna make it, all that other bullshit, you're fucking up with scripture.
Let me read this one.
All right. Go ahead.
This is 2 Timothy 3:16. It says, all scripture is given by the inspiration of Yahweh and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction, and righteousness. So, you know, we got to, you know, sometimes we have to correct one another and give some people the right instructions. Because, we all fuck up, we all go off. So, you know, the elders, they supposed to really be giving us correction and instructions. And sometimes, they got to do it in a harsh way, but sometimes they don't, it's no brotherly love. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a difference between rebuking and reproving. You know what I mean? A brother you reprove.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Somebody that's in the truth.
A scoffer is somebody who don't want to change from you don't want to adapt to the truth. Then, okay, you can rebuke him now. But if he's asking for edification, if he's trying to learn more of the truth, why are you rebuking him? That makes no sense. All right? So let me get, actually this is Mark chapter 9, verse 37. Could you give me Matthew 18, chapter 18, verses 18 through 20. This is Mark chapter 9, verse 37. Whosoever shall receive one of such children. So it's not an old person that you're going to receive. Whosoever shall receive one of such children in my name receiveth me. And whosoever shall receive me receiveth not me, but him that sent me. And John answered him, saying, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name, and he followeth not us, and we forbade him, because he followeth not us. Like a lot of camps state, right? If you don't follow GMS, you're going off. I've heard that shit. That's wrong. But Yahushua said, forbid him not, for there is no man which shall do a miracle in my name that can lightly speak evil of me. For he that is not against us is on our part. Please.
This is Luke 9 and 49. And John answered and said, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name, and we forbade him, because he followeth not with us. And Yahushua said unto him, forbid him not, for he that is not against us is for us.
And we're not against Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua.
Right.
We are for Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua. So all the camps that speaking highly against us and saying you're doing it in the Most High's name, you're going off because it's not according to Scripture. Because you guys are all basing your judgment off of one witness.
And that, and going with that, basically, it don't matter if you're not a part of GMS. It don't matter. But we will say that go by their teachings. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say don't go by their teachings.
No, a lot of their teachings is correct as long as you filter it yourself with the Scriptures. Don't just believe every word they say. Don't believe every word I say. I tell my camp all that all the time. Don't believe me, I ain't shit. Believe the Scriptures. The Scriptures are going to prove itself true. That's what I believe.
DTA, that's a perfect example of a camp that's not a part of G. Well, they associate themselves with GMS, but they don't have the GMS title. But they associate themselves with GMS. But you don't gotta be a G. You don't have to have your name GMS.
You don't need to have that. I mean, if you still want to have it, there's no problems, no issues. All right, but you don't really need to have it. That's just to signify that you're a little bit different from this group. That's it. All right, like name brand shoes and shit. All right, that's all it is. Because ain't no difference between these fucking Nikes and those Jordans, except for the Jordans cost more, they're J's, and these Nikes are regular fucking Nikes.
Right.
They're made by the same company. You're still gonna do the same shit in it. It's just it looks more better than the other. That's it. But the nigga can have J's on and get his ass whipped and handed to him. Just because you got J's don't mean you're gonna fly like Jordan. And just because you're part of this camp don't mean that you're going to go up there in the ranks. Everybody's going to have their stopping point. But as of right now, should nobody have thinking about a stopping point. Everybody should be thinking about building up more in the Scriptures to bring them in here, because they're going to take this away. And I don't want brothers trying to call Ella Tahar, because that's all they've been doing for that whole time they've been out here. There shouldn't be no brothers. There shouldn't be no brothers in any camp, anywhere, holding a goddamn sign. You are the goddamn sign. You don't need to hold those pictures. Put those pictures on the floor. I'm not saying not to bring them. Put the pictures on the floor. Hang the pictures up if you can hang it up without having the man hold it. And be a man. Be men for Yahweh.
Hold it and read. That's what we was doing.
Come on. You can hold it and read it. We did it. Hold it and read. When they don't want no more of that and they want more of the Scriptures, you put the fucking poster down and you go with the Scriptures. They want to talk about the Scriptures, you keep the Scripture. Talk more about the pictures. You keep the Scriptures in your hand and you talk about those pictures, and then you filter them back to the Scriptures. That's no problem. Like Elder Tazadakba, he does stuff like that. He'll point out the picture and then bring it right back to the Scriptures. That's a beautiful thing. I have no issue.